In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 different ways that you could use AI agents to potentially make money on Instagram. Why do I keep talking about AI agents? I have made a bunch of videos over the last few weeks talking about it, and I'm sure you're wondering why. I usually focus mostly on teaching people how to start an online business, but if we take a look here, AI agents is the wave of the future. Okay, AI agents potentially can save you time, save you money, help you make more money, and you can see here over on Google Trends that people are talking about it. Not only are they talking about it, they're implementing, they're learning, they're developing. And I think this is your opportunity to get on the cutting edge, to take advantage of the interest, to take advantage of the growing opportunity, because as we know, technology changes pretty quickly. And if we can be on the forefront and understand how the technology works, we can use it to our benefit. And as I have down here, it says AI agents can help you save time, save money, and potentially make money, avoid frustration, which I know a lot of people have when they're trying to get started building an online business. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of not knowing which way to go, which way is going to be best. And they find themselves kind of in their own head and in their own way. And if we can use something like an AI agent to help us get out of our own way and out of our own head, we can be successful. And as I mentioned there, automation is the future. It's the present. It's the future. It's only going to get more advanced. And so instead of sticking, really, you have two options. You can put your head in the sand and try and avoid it and run from it and think negative thoughts about it, or you can embrace it, be on the forefront, try and learn it, and be innovative and use it to your advantage. Finally, as it says there, learn it now or regret it later. So here's what we're going to do today. We are going to take a look at 5 different ways on how to make money with AI agents simply using Instagram. And why Instagram? Instagram gets billions of users every single month. It's one of the places that people go to learn, to potentially buy things. And so it's a great opportunity. And so what we're going to do for each one of these opportunities is we're going to briefly discuss what it is. We are going to talk about how to get started, the difficulty level, easy, medium, incredibly difficult, you shouldn't do it, income potential, and all of this is just for educational purposes, the pros and cons of each opportunity, and examples of people that are already doing it. I find that if I can show you examples of people that are already doing it, hopefully it eliminates or removes some of the hesitation, thinking that this is just pie in the sky. And then at the very end, I'll show you how you can discover how to turn your ideas into income step by step. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to waste your time. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first one, number 1, is Instagram affiliate marketing with AI content creation. And if you're not familiar, affiliate marketing is simply recommending or promoting other people's products and services. There are over 11,000 affiliate programs out there, and so you should be able to find an affiliate program or a product or a service to promote. For example, my first product that I promoted were security cameras. In fact, my first commission as an affiliate marketer was a Ring video doorbell, which I actually don't have around me. But you can promote literally anything. A lot of people have the misconception that affiliate marketing is just promoting an online course to teach other people about affiliate marketing, and that's actually not the case. So you can promote all sorts of stuff. There's tons of opportunity out there. And let's go ahead and talk about how to get started. You simply will pick one area of focus, or called a niche. And what you can use is you can actually use AI to help you find niches. So you could go over to ChatGPT right now, or after this video, of course, and type in what are the best, most popular niches for Instagram. And it's going to give you a list, and then you could take the next step and ask for more information, or you can move forward. But simply, a niche is just one problem to solve, okay? There are literally thousands, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of problems out there, and problems are both good and bad. Getting married is a problem. Someone that's never been married before, they don't know what they don't know, and so it could be you teaching them what they don't know. Having a kid for the first time, having twins. We had twins and it was a problem. We were excited, but we didn't know everything that we needed. We didn't know that you probably don't need to buy 200 pounds of diapers or 3,000 baby diapers because they're going to move out of it quickly. So you as the content creator can be that person to help them. So after you find your problem to solve, you go and find affiliate programs that offer the solution. And then you can even use AI to help you out with that. I made a few videos showing you how to do that step by step. As it says there are over 11,000 affiliate programs out there. The biggest one is Amazon. there's Walmart. There are just literally tons of these programs. I would say most Fortune 500 companies have an affiliate program. They probably don't advertise it directly, but they do. Amazon, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, all of these different programs, or all of these different companies have affiliate programs. And so then you sign up to join the affiliate program, and you can actually use AI to help you create the perfect application. After that, you create content that attempts to solve the problem. You can use AI to create images, reels, and even posts. So again, if you're thinking about how can I do this? How can I implement this? Let's assume that your niche is weddings. And so you could simply create AI images with different wedding dress styles, because people don't know the styles, they don't know the differences, and they don't know which one is best suited for their body type. And so you could create that. You could create an entire Instagram theme page dedicated to different dress styles. The ones that are trendy for 2025, the vintage ones, the ones, you could just come up with unlimited ideas. And then you simply add in a call to action in your content. You could use AI to help you create SEO captions. And then you add a link in your bio, or better, what I'd recommend is that you build a mailing list. In fact, one of the examples that I'm going to show you later on at the end of this section, the woman, the person, she's in the baby niche, and she actually has blog posts, and then she puts her affiliate links in the blog posts. Sometimes Meta, Instagram, and Facebook, they're not thrilled with you putting in affiliate links directly, and so you might have to do a little bit of misdirection, and that's where putting in the mailing list, or that's where sending them to a blog post can be that buffer, right? And so let's talk about the difficulty level. I would say the difficulty level is moderate. It's not the easiest thing that you're going to do in the world. The easiest thing is going to be filling out surveys, but things that are easy usually aren't profitable and don't pay that well. With affiliate marketing, it does require building an audience and understanding affiliate marketing or marketing basics. It does require consistency, and this is a long-term play. A lot of people that get started with affiliate marketing assume that they're going to go from 0 to 6 figures in a matter of weeks, but this is more of a months type of thing. If you want to be successful with it, it'll be very slow. It'll be very, very inconsistent, very on. But if the longer you're consistent and persistent with it, the more successful. And quite honestly, when I was promoting the Ring Video Doorbell, my first commission was 67 cents. It wasn't $20,000 like some people will lead you believe. It was 67 cents. But that 67 cents was proof of concept that it could be possible, right? And so as far as income potential, you can see there's a wide variance there. And it's really because of how you start, where you start. You can make $500 per month on the low end, but you can scale to those higher figures with enough consistency. And as it says there again, it will be slow to start. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the pros and cons of this opportunity. There are low and almost no startup costs. It can be passive income where you essentially make money while you sleep. I don't love the term passive income because it implies that you can get paid for doing nothing. I like to call it return on investment income, kind of like the stock market. If you put money in and you leave it in there long enough, you can see a return on your investment. That's what affiliate marketing is. But instead of investing in stocks, you are investing in little pieces of content. Every day, every other day, you are putting a piece of content into the world, and that content's going to work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So instead of thinking about it as passive income, think about it as return on investment income, right? No inventory. Most importantly, no talking to people if you're not a people person. However, the cons is it does require consistency over a sustained period of time. And commission rates can vary and change at any point. For example, with Amazon, they used to be 10% commission. That's why everyone promoted them. But as time went on and they have more affiliates doing more work, they've reduced the commission percent to as low as like 1%, depending on the niche and depending on their profit margins. And then as it says there multiple times, long-term play, no overnight success. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at a few examples of people that are doing affiliate marketing on Instagram. As I mentioned with this person, Anna, I'm pretty sure, yep, she's doing the travel tips and she's promoting strollers. Now, she doesn't own strollers, most likely. If we look, stroller reviews, we click on this, and then we go through and we click on this again, you can see eventually, after going through a few of these blog posts, her links redirect to Amazon. And she's even doing email marketing right here, 2 things that I mentioned. And so this is how you potentially could make money. But this is something that people are doing all day, every day on Instagram, and there's no reason why you can't do this also. Okay, so here's another example. This person who links to a blog post, Slate Digital, I don't know, this could be a bigger account, but if we click here, they link to a blog post, and then inside the blog post, they've got affiliate links to different places like the new mic here. You click on this again, eventually you are going to get over to an affiliate offer. Okay, so that is number one. Let's go ahead and get into number two, which is AI powered Instagram management services. So basically here, you're going to manage someone else's Instagram account. Here, you're going to deal with scheduling, analytics, and as it says analytics twice, so I liked it so nice I put it twice. And then you can actually automate different processes. So you can automate uploading, you can automate engagement, you can automate sending people DMs. And so here's how you're going to get started. Learn Instagram basics, so algorithms, posting strategies, and best practices. You can use tools like Later.com, Hootsuite, Metricool, and I actually use Make.com as well as N8N to automate my posting, and there's no reason why you can't do it either. And you can also use something called ManyChat to slide in DMs. So what you can do, and I learned this through watching tons of YouTube videos, you can have people respond inside of a specific post with a specific word. And then that triggers the ManyChat DM to send them a DM. And then you can convert people to a sale. So you could do that for yourself. You could do that for clients. And this could be 99% automated. You just need to verify and check the analytics. So let's talk about some of the AI agents that could be involved. You could build out an AI agent that monitors analytics and sends a report every single day. You could create an AI agent that actually creates auto posts. And then in addition, as I mentioned, you could use ManyChat as well. Now, the difficulty level is 3 out of 5. It does require familiarity with Instagram tools, marketing skills, and client communication. I also put down finding and keeping clients is always a problem. That is one of the biggest problems that anybody will run into, regardless if you're a little guy or a big guy. You will struggle to find and keep clients unless you're doing some type of marketing, whether it's outbound or inbound. I'd recommend content creation. Anyway, as far as income potential goes, you can make anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000 per client. What I would recommend is that you offer different packages or levels of service. So you might have just one service where you're taking care of the analytics. You send them a report every Wednesday and Saturday with engagement. Then you offer a higher tiered package where you also offer to do the DMs and things like that for them. So let's go ahead and get into the pros and cons. One of the biggest pros is you offer reoccurring revenue. One of the challenges of being an online business owner is if you're just selling one-off products, you're starting off at zero, essentially at the beginning of every single month. So June 2nd, if you're just selling one-off products, you have to figure out how can you meet your income goal in the next 30 days. However, if you've got a reoccurring revenue model or like software as a service, you know that you're not starting off at zero. You know you're going to have at least a couple clients that are built in. They're going to hopefully pay you. And so you need to figure out how to replace the people that left or churned so that you can make your income goals. It's easy to scale when you have systems and templates. So once you build out one AI agent for one customer, you can just repurpose that same agent for multiple customers, and it's not going to cost you or spend as much time as it did with that first customer. And then one of the biggest benefits is that this is a high demand service for busy entrepreneurs or people that are using Instagram for their marketing and their outreach. However, the biggest drawback or con is it requires staying up to date with trends. Instagram and these algorithms change so frequently that you need to be reading and researching and constantly looking around and figuring out what's working and what isn't. Another huge problem is some clients can be high maintenance. They want to know exactly what's going on with each one of their posts, their engagement, and so you're going to be responsible for that. And this does require good time management. And I put in there, IG is not a huge fan of automation. One of my accounts got shut down temporarily because it suspected that I was doing automation. I was, but then you just have to monitor that so that you can get that account back up. And then as I have there, finding and keeping clients is always a problem if you're just getting started. That first client always feels like the hardest, but as soon as you close your first one, you know what you need to do. You know what it takes to go ahead and get 3 or 4 more. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few examples. Here's a marketing agency that is doing exactly what we talked about. You can see it's called cyberclick.net. And this is something that essentially you could do too on a smaller scale. Maybe you focus on local businesses, or maybe you focus on specific types of businesses, maybe dentist offices that want to grow their reach and their communication. Here's another example of someone that is also doing this. Jenner Kutcher. I probably mispronounced her name, but if you go through here and you look at some of her links, you'll see that that's exactly what she is doing as well. So let's go ahead and get into the next one, which is AI generated Instagram filter. Which I really like about this one is that you essentially can use AI tools to create filters to sell to people that want to grow their Instagram account. Now, what's really great about this is that this could be the front end of a big business, because people that are buying filters, they want to grow their Instagram. And so the first step is you sell this low ticket product for $7 or $9. You get them in the front door, and then maybe you sell a course or one-on-one coaching and consulting on the back end for a higher price and potentially make money. So as it says there, is you use AI and AR tools to create Instagram filters and effects, then monetize through brand partnerships, viral traffic Etsy, or filter libraries. And so here's how you can get started. You can learn Spark AR Studio or even Canva, which is free, or any other platforms. Use AI tools to generate designs and filter concepts, create filters, beauty, fun, challenge-based, and upload to your profile. Partner with micro-influencers to promote them. So there's a few different things that you can do. You can sell these through Etsy. You can partner with influencers and pay them a commission, so affiliate marketing. You can use content to attract people to you, either through YouTube or Instagram, and you simply just create content. The difficulty level for this is probably medium to high. It does require creativity and technical know-how, so you're going to have to bridge that gap. If you have a background in design, this might be in your wheelhouse. Now, for the income potential, can start off pretty low at $1,000 per month, but with enough consistency, persistence, and content creation, you could scale this to 10K or more per month. So let's go ahead and get into the pros and cons. This does have an opportunity to go viral. It also gives you a unique positioning. One of the biggest challenges that content creators and online business owners and marketers have is standing out from the crowd, because essentially everybody is selling the same thing. And if you can find a way to stand out and be different and unique and create your own market, you don't have to compete with anybody. And if you're not competing with people, you don't have to compete with people on price, which is really, really important. Then you can attract brand deals and micro influencers. Another benefit is you can do this 100% faceless if you sell it through like Etsy. And this can be outsourced. So maybe you don't have an eye for design. I certainly don't. But you could actually go over to Fiverr, Upwork, People Per Hour, or even onlinejobs.ph and find someone that does have an eye for design and a little bit of technical know-how, and pay them $20, $50, $100 to come up with Instagram filters. You turn around and resell them and potentially make your money back plus more. Some cons: technical learning curve, as I mentioned. Filter success is unpredictable. You might have to create 50 filters before you find one that breaks even. And this can take time to get noticed. So if we take a look, there are people over on Etsy creating and selling these different Instagram filters, as you can see here, for all sorts of niches. So you could do an Instagram filter for the wedding niche or for retro. You come up with the idea, create it, and then go ahead and sell it. So let's go ahead and get into the next one. Instagram AI content generator subscription service. So basically what you're going to do here is you are going to pick a niche, or I guess a series of niches, and you are going to create Instagram Reels, Instagram static posts, and then you're going to sell them as a service. People will love this because it's done for them. They don't have the time or the want to create an Instagram Reel, and so they'll come to a service provider and hire them to do it. It also provides recurring income. There's a lot of benefits which we'll get into. So as it says, you sell pre-generated or customized Instagram content using AI. Subscribers get done for you carousels, reels, and captions every single month. Now you could do this a few different ways. You can deliver it to their inbox or like a Google Drive folder, or you can have them go to a warehouse or like a database to download on their own. So here's how you're gonna get started. You can use tools like ChatGPT, which has an image generator, Dolly, Canva. You can even use Midjourney to create these batches of content. You could actually do this automated with N8N, and I've got a few videos on my channel that shows you how you can do this with Instagram and N8N. Set up a system for automation and delivery, build a basic landing page and subscription service. You could use something like Gumroad, you could use Stripe, or even System.io to do this, or Gbolt Systems, which would be my personal recommendation. Offer different tiers of content volume and customization. So for $7 a month, you get 3 Instagram Reels and 2 carousels. For $50 per month, you get custom Instagram Reels and 200 carousel posts. That's the different level. And as far as difficulty level, moderate. It needs good workflow setup and customer retention strategy. Keeping customers is always going to be a challenge, especially if they don't see an immediate return on their investment. And then you need to create fresh new content. You need to stay up on trends. You're going to have to do stuff for holidays and seasonality. You're going to have to build that in as well. And your business is not immune to the changes in the market. So if the market goes into the tank a little bit, people are going to want to save money. Income potential goes from, on the low end, $2,000 a month with just a few clients, all the way up to potentially $10K or more per month. And it's really based on subscriber volume, the number of packages, and even the niches that you're in. If you're in a niche that people really aren't spending money, like basket weaving, you're not going to be able to charge that much. But if you are in the business niche and you're getting results, you're going to be able to command a little bit more. So let's go ahead and get into the pros and cons. Number one, this is scalable and can be 99% automated. You're just creating content and then delivering it somewhere, or giving it to a Google Drive. Reoccurring monthly income, which we love. Low overhead. Essentially, you just create an automation service, and then you can actually market this through your content. So you can create Instagram Reels and TikToks and YouTube videos talking about how you've helped your clients win, or even how to grow on Instagram, and then offer this AI automated service. However, there are a few drawbacks as well. Must maintain content quality, high churn risk without personalization, needs a library of templates, continue to create new content as I mentioned, and stay current on latest trends, seasonality, worrying about holidays, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few examples. This is an Instagram account that is selling a done for you service essentially. And then this one is actually based more on UGC, and they're doing email marketing. But if we look, they've got different plans for people to enroll in, and this is essentially what you can do too. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next one, Instagram trend prediction with AI. Now, this is really important, and I think this is more of like an untapped niche because this is going to be a little bit more technical in nature. But what you could do is you could actually do a little bit of Instagram web scraping, figure out what's trending, and try and predict trends as they are happening. And the reason why this is really, really cool and a potentially great opportunity is because if you want to grow, one of the aspects of growing on social media is to hop on trends. And if you can predict the next trend before it happens, if you're early to the market, early bird gets the worm, as they say, you can be at the head, at the forefront of that trend and potentially make money. You want to be at the beginning of the wave. You don't want to be at the end of the wave when it's just water. And so if you could create that for someone, there is an opportunity for you. So here's how you get started. You can use AI tools like Brandwatch, Exploding Topics, or Trend Hunter. Create workflows with Make.com or N8M. Analyze what's working across niches and create trend reports, and then monetize via subscriptions, digital products, or one-on-one consulting. And I think this is a pretty high difficulty level because it does require analytical skills. It does require a little bit of coding or understanding workflows and programming, but you could actually hire that out. Hire someone. If you don't know how to do something, hire that out. It's going to be probably cheaper to hire somebody to do something for you than to spend time trying to figure out on your own. Of course, if you have the money to do so, if you've got more time than money, then try and figure out on your own. And then as far as income potential, you can start off making anywhere between 2 and 8K per month. Let's go ahead and get into the pros and cons of this opportunity. High perceived value, analytics, building out reports. You could build a custom dashboard using Notion that has a high perceived value. Unique and actionable insights. If you can help someone gain an advantage over their competitors, that's why analytics is so important in sports. It helps people get an unfair or unique advantage. Ideal for creators or marketers, high barrier to entry. Now, this is really important. A lot of the things that we've talked about today have a low barrier to entry, affiliate marketing. And so it can be competitive or even saturated. But something like creating an analytics dashboard for a dentist office in Iowa, that has a high barrier to entry because a lot of people either don't know or don't want to spend the time to learn how to build out an analytical dashboard in Notion. And so you can charge a little bit more for it, and it's something that a lot of people need or want. However, a few cons as well. It needs constant research, right? It must be accurate and timely. It takes time to gain credibility, and it will require a little bit of programming and coding skills. Let's take a look at a few accounts that are already doing this. As you can see, Dash Social is one of them. They have analytics dashboards to help people make better decisions, right? If you can learn as a business owner, if you could learn what's working and what isn't working, you do more of what's working, you will see more success, right? Very simple, common sense. And then if we look at this one, here's another website. It's called Mentor.io. And even what you could do, this is going to be a little bit more technical into the weeds. You can see if a website like Mentor.io has an API. If they have what's called an API where you can connect it to a Notion dashboard, it's going to save you time, and you basically just make the rough analytics look pretty. That's basically what you're doing. You're taking stuff that can be confusing or hard to read and understand and making it look pretty and palatable for people that don't have a background in mathematics or people that just want to be able to look at something and be able to make decisions. So if you can do that, you can be successful. Now, as I promised you early on, if you're ready to turn these ideas into income, I've actually put together what's called a 5K starter blueprint workshop. This workshop, which I used to run live, is now a recording. It will teach you step by step how to create your first digital product in 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It should only take you 3 days to create your first digital product. Friday, you come up with the idea and the outline. Saturday, you create the digital product. Sunday, you create the sales page for it. And the great thing about this is you use this digital product as the front door to your business. You start getting people in the front door, you start getting paid and making money, and that will offer up some freedom. And then all you have to do is you have to create content to attract people to your front door. It's kind of like back in the day when Walmart used to be on the busiest street in the city because people would drive by and say, I do need something from Walmart. That's essentially what you're doing with your content. Your content is your front door to your digital product. And with the 5K starter blueprint, it teaches you how to create that digital product so that you can start building that successful business. So as it says there, I offer step-by-step guidance. It's a 2-hour workshop. It also has a ton of additional bonuses and features, everything from email marketing templates, value ladder, all of that stuff to help you get up and running. The most important thing about this workshop is it reduces and eliminates overwhelm. You can get your hand held. There's a private community where you can ask questions. This is really designed for the complete beginner who has almost no technical skills and ability to help you get up and running, to help you get out of your own way. One of the things that I've noticed is someone that's been around in this game for like 10 years, the hardest thing is for people to get out of their own way. Because they've never done it before, there's this thing in the back of their mind that says that it's not possible. And if we can eliminate that, you can be successful online. So if you are interested, you want to learn more, go ahead and check the first link in the description to the 5K starter blueprint. It is just $9, and really it's all you need to get up and running. Now that you know how you could use an AI agent to potentially start making money over on Instagram, watch this video next if you want to learn more about AI agents.